Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. 1,200 jobs are about to be lost. Another big retailer is biting the dust, and it didn't even expect to have to lay those people off. It's a big deal, and you're gonna see this more and more. And this is even more than the 800 jobs that Home Depot is losing. Check this out. This story is out of the street. It says luxury retail giant is now cutting more than 1,200 jobs after a bankruptcy filing. It says Saks. How many people shop at Saks? Type 1, there's probably not many of you. That's why they're going broke. It says when retail luxury giant Saks Global filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in July, it did not expect to have to close so many existing stores as part of the process, but as is typical in bankruptcy proceedings, restructuring is inevitable. So with that comes layoffs. More than 1,200 jobs are being cut at Saks Fifth Avenue store locations across the US as the luxury retailer prepares to close down dozens of its stores as part of its reorganization plan. It says here, according to multiple worker adjustment and retraining notifications or WARN filings submitted in March, Saks and Company plans to close multiple stores in May, resulting in permanent job cuts. Now, again, this has to do, let me explain this. Saks Global, the parent company of Saks Fifth Avenue and Neiman Marcus, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy between January 13th and 14th, listing its assets and liabilities of $1 billion to $10 billion. The fact of the matter is, online retailers are still completely decimating many stores, brick and mortar stores. Saks Fifth Avenue is actually a little different because it serves a higher clientele and it brings that luxury and in-person deal. The problem is, commercial costs are becoming so high, and other costs, these companies, they're having to make cuts where they don't want to, and they ultimately lose. Another thing that I've noticed, like Eddie Bauer closing up all of its stores. I don't know how, the Ford Bronco is going to get its interior, but whatever. The point being is that they don't catch up with the times. They don't move fast enough. I remember I worked for a company called GH Bass in an outlet store before I was a firefighter. And my wife actually worked there too. And at a certain point, they did this full restructuring, like, hey, go get piercings if you want, go show your tattoos. And my wife said it was a horrible transition when she was there because all of the older people that bought from GH Bass for their shoes and all that stuff, they're getting angry at, like, what's up with this? Like, the clothes are changing, like the pants are a little frayed. We don't want frayed pants. They wanted value, but GH Bass was trying to get in with the younger group, and by then they just sort of lost their entire sense of who they were. And companies like Saks have the same problem. Anyway, I don't want to make this long, but these layoffs are going to get worse and worse. You're going to see them in the news. We'll be covering a lot lately. Thanks again for everyone that's been hitting the subscribe button. The Economic Ninja is out.